Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I look like I just woke up. It's because I did. My eyes be looking like puffy and all that when I do. But anyway, so I haven't made a video in quite some time. So I'm gonna just get straight to it. So how should I start this? I'm gonna try to be as raw with my words as possible within the guidelines of YouTube's discrepancies, if that's even how you say it. Anyway, so ever since I was visited by this deity, right? I'm not ready to share the deity yet because, I hold him very sacred to me. And yes, spiritual and everything, but even some spiritual stuff, you gotta hold on to it. Because I just feel like if you just put everything out there and all the information, I just feel like some of it is supposed to be kept sacred. If you know, you know. But I'm not gonna say his name. Only I know who he is. And if you know who he is, then you would understand what I'm talking about. So basically, it started on the 21st. That's when I got the dream. And I literally saw with my own eyes, in my dream, him being murdered by his brother. And he was the first god, the firstborn god. And I saw him being murdered by his own brother. And I also saw the connection between earth and sky. And I didn't realize, at first I didn't understand it. I didn't know what the dream meant. I just kept seeing it. It just kept replaying over and over again in my mind. And then his name, I'm not even kidding, I probably kept repeating his name like at least 20 times. I don't lost count. I know it was more than 10. I just kept saying it. And then I finally woke up and I looked up his name. And that's when I realized that he is a very powerful God and he is the firstborn, which means a lot. He also represents death and rebirth. So I'm not afraid of death at all because it's part of life. But I was fascinated because I've never went on that side of spiritual. I never really followed Egyptian mythology, and that was a real eye-opener because he came to me, and before he came to me, I did pray over my gifts and that I surrendered and I'm ready, and he answered, which was not a surprise when I put two and two together that he happened to visit me right after my prayer, which was, I felt very fascinated and very exciting at the same time. It was scary at first because I was I don't know what's happening. It's a lot going on. But then, after I sat there and, I stayed to myself and I just meditated, it all started to make sense. And then I started researching, and then I realized who he was and what it meant to have him visit you. Some people, certain religions, they view it as a bad sign or a bad omen, but it's really not. Because when I woke up, I wasn't scared. I wasn't terrified. I was actually curious to know what was happening. And I also saw his wife trying to save him and put him, like, trying to bring him back. Like, I witnessed that whole scene. Like, I was there. So, he's real. It really happened. They call it a myth because, you know, it's written on the wall ancient times, thousands and thousands of years ago. But as a spiritual being, someone who really follows it, someone who really takes it very serious, I take it very, very serious. It's like people that take religion very serious. I take my spirituality very serious, and I don't play with it, and I don't disrespect anyone's religion. But what I can't stand is when religious people disrespect my spirituality like it's a joke, and they be like, "Oh, you believe in that stuff? What stuff? What do you mean by that?" I didn't know that my belief was stuff. You don't hear me talking to y'all about y'all religion, or you believe in church. You believe in going to a building and giving one person money to have power over how you think. Like, you don't hear me saying that, but, you know, it is what it is. Just shows how small-minded many religious people are. They seem to be the same. They're very small-minded. You know, I'm not saying, like, their belief is not strong. Like, they don't believe, you know, in a higher power, because we all believe in higher power, but it's just, for me personally, is the way they go about it. I feel like they are very small, narrow-minded people, which is why they're not open, they're not woke. But that's a whole nother topic, and that's not the reason why I'm making this video right now. That'll be for like another time, when I feel like even talking about them, because I really don't even like talking about it, because it's just feel like it's a waste of energy and a waste of my voice and vocabulary and all kinds of shit, whatever. Anyway, so the reason why I'm making this video, that was the introduction, how like everything started. And ever since I got visited by him, it's just been, he blessed me with a gift. And like, I was already an astral traveler anyway. Like, I've always done it naturally, and I've always like had lucid dreams, but ever since he visited me, it intensified. And I'm actually happy that it did, and I'm excited about it, because it's like I'll be ready to go to sleep, because I'll be looking forward to go to sleep. I'm gonna say it like that, because I know the minute I go to sleep, something's gonna go down, and I'm gonna get a message, and I'm gonna get a whole background story of what is going on. I'm gonna see everybody that's thinking about me. I'm gonna see everybody that's talking about me. I'm gonna see everything. Like, it was like, and every day that goes by, it gets stronger and stronger. And I feel like so happy, because I'm chosen. Like, he chose me. And what I learned is that he doesn't just give his gifts to everyone. He doesn't bless everyone with his gift, because a lot of people, they abuse their power. Not a lot, but you know what I mean. People tend to abuse their power because it gets to their head. Not everyone deserves to be in power. Obviously, in the world as we see, certain people should not have power. But me, as a person that I am, an authentic person that I am, I'm not power hungry. I don't even care. You know, I'm just humble. It doesn't even matter how much money I make. I'm still gonna be the same. I'm from the hood, so I feel more awkward when I'm in like a fine dining setting than I am in like a regular restaurant, because I don't even know what to do. Like, there's some like a whole different type of scenery and different class of people, and I just be feeling like out of place. And it's a good experience anyway, but I'll be like, yeah, this ain't for me. Not because, you know, it's not because I can't afford it or whatever. Like, I can. It's not that. It's just, that's not my crowd. Like, I'm very down to earth, and I don't need to be around all that, you know, nonsense to eat a meal. Like, I like the plating, the food be bomb though. I tell you that much. First time I ever went to like a real fine dining restaurant, man, that was the best salad I ever had. I'm not even kidding. It was like 5 romaine leaves, but them 5 romaine leaves was crispy as hell, man. That was the crispiest lettuce leaves I ever had. They were big though. They were like dinosaur leaves, like it looked like dinosaur kale. Like, if anybody know what dinosaur kale look like, it's just really big. Just a really big leaf. But it was like 5 of them. In like a rainbow setting. Like an arch. With like 2 anchovies, which I don't like anchovies. I don't even know who decided to put that on a salad plate. That doesn't even, no. Man, you eat a small smidget of a piece of anchovy, your breath is kicking all day. Like off rip. Your breath is kicking. Like Kung Fu. And what else? Sorry, hold on. Because I'm thirsty right now. Give me a little sip on shit. Got my little sweet tea. But yeah, like I was saying. So I done ran all around the Rosie. Didn't even get to the point of this video. I mean, it's so much to tell, you know. I'm just, you know, so excited. But anyway, so this morning I had a dream, a lucid dream actually, because my dreams are getting way more intense, and there's a lot happening, and it's a lot to remember. And I'm also keeping tabs of what side I'm laying on when I have these dreams. Like sometimes I'm like when I got visited by my deity, I was actually laying on my left side. I remember that. But now these other dreams, these real intense lucid dreams, I feel like I'm really there and this is real life. I'll be sleeping on my right side. I don't get nothing when I sleep on my back. Like, it's just a blank slate. Like, it's nothing. And also, when I do sleep on my back, that's when I get attacked the most. Like, people be trying to, like, attach succubus and incubus energies on me, like, having me thinking sexual and all that. Like, I don't want to lay on my back. I don't like laying on my back, because that's, like, submissive. Like, no. So, I either lay on my left side or my right side. Can't lay on my stomach, but it's chest too big. But, yeah, I'm androgynous, so I'm not transgender. I'm androgynous, so if anybody know what androgynous is, then you will understand. I'm not going to sit here and explain that, because I don't need to. That's just my identity. Look it up if you need to. It's totally fine. I'm just letting you know what I represent. That's my identity. That's what I self-identify as androgynous. They use the word non-binary right now, but that doesn't even mean the same as androgynous. Androgynous is someone who holds male and female physical traits, who can go either way. So, like, I'm my more authentic self when I'm in my masculine. When I look like a whole man, you know, but I'm born with a female genital. But I don't take any shots. I don't take any testosterone. I don't have a transgender doctor. I don't have none of that. I'm not even trans. I didn't change anything. Like, I was literally born this way. Like, my voice is natural. The beard that's on my face is natural. Everything is natural. So, a lot of people think I took shots or whatever. I didn't take no shots. Like, this literally grew on its own. I'm trying really hard not to curse. I don't want to be shadow banned. But yeah, so in this dream, it was weird, because it was like we was in this lot, right? It was like a lot, but it was like a lot with like warehouse buildings. I'm trying to like describe it. Like, it was an open lot, right? It was in the background. It was like a couple of warehouse buildings, the sky was like a orangey red. It wasn't like a nighttime sky or a daytime sky. No, this was like the kind of sky like purgatory sky, but not purgatory. It wasn't really in purgatory. It was like, we basically, where I was at, I was in front of two people. Now that I think about it, I feel like the two people that I was in front of were the two people of judgment, because we were being judged. Because I was talking to them. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about, but I remember what I was wearing. I had on like a regular t-shirt. I don't remember what color it was, but I remember distinctly that I was wearing a do-rag. I don't know why I was wearing a do-rag, but I was wearing a black do-rag. A black do-rag specifically. I had on a t-shirt. I don't really remember what color it was, but I was hood as shit. I was hood. I was hood. Like you looked at me and you knew like I came from the block type of joint. And then this woman came from behind me, and it was instant attraction. Like I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And like she just caught my eye, and I couldn't like stop looking at her. Like I wanted to get to know her. Like I wanted to know her. I wanted her to come closer. Like I was just trying to energetically pull her towards me, because it's like I'm drawn to you. I don't know why I'm drawn to you. I don't even know you, but my spirit is drawn to you. I don't even know who you are. I've never met you before, but whoever you are, I'm like really drawn to you. And she felt the same way. It was like an instant connection. And next thing I know, she on my left side, like caressing my left shoulder, like feeling up on me and touching me and stuff like that. And at first it kind of like threw me off, because I wasn't expecting her to just be doing that. Like she was not scared to approach me. She wasn't scared to show how she felt about me or anything. So I actually appreciated that, which made me like her, which I liked her even more because of that, because she wasn't afraid to approach me. She wasn't afraid to come talk to me and pretty much let me know how she is, how she liked me. She liked me, like hard body, she liked me. And then this other woman, right? Another woman, but she was like in the background somewhere. And what I could tell from whatever was going on, because mind you, I'm still talking to this man and this woman. They're like older people. So it felt more like I was before judgment. Like it was judgment day. It literally felt like judgment day. And this woman, I'm guessing this was the woman that was energetically attached to me, that I was been trying to shake off for a hot minute. She was getting judged, and it was not pretty on her side. From that view that I had with her, yeah, she was not having it. They were the bind, however she tried to bind me, it was broken. Like I finally got her off of me, and she was going through hell. Like she was mad. And then it shifted back over towards me and the woman, this new connection. And once again she came in, and like the connection got even more intense. Now I started to feel the love. Like I naturally started to feel the love, that unconditional love. Like she was very nurturing, very caring, very kind. I felt safe to like put my guard down. Like I didn't have to put this giant wall up. Like she actually, with that touch and the way she is around me energetically, like she literally knocked down that wall. And I felt like good. I felt comfortable, and I was like, I don't want this to stop. Like I like how this feels. I haven't felt this way before with any woman. And I always had to like sleep with one eye open, because I don't know what hidden motive is, but she didn't have one. And then what stuck out even more about it is that she wasn't just no ordinary female. Like, she was a whole doctor. Like, I don't know what you call them, but she was like the head doctor. Like how they have the main doctor, and then they have all the graduates, the undergraduates, they under that person learning the field or whatever. She was the one teaching the medical students. She was that type of energy. Like, she was the main female. Like, she was the main one, like the main doctor. And she's a bookworm, smart as hell. And that's another thing that grabbed my attention too, was her intellect. And that's what I'm big on. I don't really care about if you got the fattest butt or the biggest chest or the perfect Coca-Cola shaped body, because ain't none of that mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me. That's not what I look for. I look for intellect, someone who I can hold a conversation with on a philosophical level. And if you're spiritual, that's a major plus, you know? And the fact that we actually complimented each other, like, in a good way. Like, we literally balanced each other out. Like, wherever she fell short, I was there. Wherever I fell short, she was there. Type of energy. And I was happy. I was like, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been going 33 years of my life, you know? And finally, I had someone who I could really connect with on a spiritual level. I haven't met her yet. I don't know who she is. I don't know when I'm going to meet her. I don't know where I'm going to see her. Of course, I can't, like, rush it and go on an egg hunt for it, because it's all in divine timing, and I just have to leave it at that. And excuse me, y'all. And it's all in divine timing. And I do believe that everyone has someone. It don't matter what you look like, or where you from, or your background, and what you came in, and, you know, your financial status or class status or whatever. Everybody got somebody. There's somebody for everyone. There's no one supposed to be alone, you know? And I spiritually connected with my person. And I've been waiting a very long time for this. And I'm happy that I got to meet her and experience her energy. And I really can't wait to meet her in the 3D. We met in the 5D, so I can't wait to meet her in the 3D. But I'm going to know it's her. Because we already met in spirit, so I'm going to know it's her. Because I'm going to feel it. Because I know what that feeling was in spirit, I'm going to know what it feels like in the 3D. I'm going to know that's my person. And it's like, it's a complete opposite, because here I am, I'm hood, you know, my background ain't the greatest. I was gang affiliated, you know, I've been to jail, not no serious time, but I've been in there, in the inside, so I already know how I be. What else? You know, I had my dealings with, you know, certain activities, illegal activities. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm so opposite from who she is, and that's what makes it work. Because we're like two sides of a coin. I'm one side of the coin, she's the other side of the coin. We make a whole, you know. She's heads, I'm tails type of energy, type of thing. And that was just the first lucid dream today, this morning. And then I went back to sleep, and then I had another lucid dream, like literally not even 10 minutes later, because I fell right back to sleep. This time, it was my coworkers that ended up in my dream. It was my coworkers, and it was two specific people. That's how I know they're thinking about me, because I don't be thinking about them at all. Like, once I leave that job, I'm out. They was thinking about me. They probably was even talking about me. I don't know why I was the topic, but I know they was talking about me and thinking about me because you ended up in my dream, and I don't even know why you here. So I remember walking. I stay in Charlotte. So I remember walking with one of my coworkers. He's a cook too. And we was walking down this path, this road. It's this street. It was like pretty much like the back blocks, but you could see uptown Charlotte from the angle we was at. So we was walking, and it was like one of those neighborhood type of streets where they have like a lot of factories and warehouses. It's mostly like industrial, like an industrial neighborhood. So it ain't really too many houses, just a lot of industrial buildings. So we walking up there, and it was pretty chill. It was quiet. Ain't nobody was out there, and it was calm. He was saying something to me. I wasn't really paying attention. And next thing I know, I got diverted somewhere else. So now, it kind of turned into like a video game type of thing. Like I was on a mission to get to this platform all the way down here. So, it was weird. I'm telling you, it was weird. So I ended up on this little mission, right? The side mission with a shorty. I don't even know who this girl is. I don't remember her face. I just know I was with a female. And we was walking. We was going through some pathway. We ended up on some ship. I don't even know why we was on the ship. It was like this old ship. And my kitchen manager was there. Like in front. She was walking in front. She was doing something. But then me and the girl ended up going somewhere else, and we ended up on top. But I couldn't find a way to get to the platform where the little, you know how in GTA where you driving, you gotta pull into the red circle, the red lit up circle, and you drive in it, and that's your destination. It was like that, but it was yellow, and it was all the way on this platform on another side of the ship where the helicopter pad was, and then I see the same guy that I was walking on that block with over there. So I'm like, well, why are you over there? And how did you get over there? You know what I'm saying? You just randomly appeared over there. So now I'm trying to get over there, and next thing I know, I fell off the ship, and I ended up going down, and I felt it in my stomach falling. Like, you know how you fall from a height and it tickles your stomach? That's how intense my dream was, where I can feel that. I feel myself falling. And then I snapped out of it, but I knew it wasn't real, so I just reincarnated myself in the dream and it was like a checkpoint. I put myself back in the checkpoint. But this time I didn't go over there. This time I went straight. I didn't go the way that I went. I went the same way that my kitchen manager went. So I'm walking that way. And then all of a sudden I ended up in an area where it was most of the guys from my job, they was all sitting on this bench. And we was talking about something. It wasn't no bad like feelings. You know what I'm saying? We was just chatting. And I was walking past them, and I got to the end of the bench, and all of a sudden I heard somebody talking smack, right? So I turned around, and where I heard the voice at, it was no one there. Like, it was right next to the last dude that was sitting on the bench, but I knew it wasn't him. It was right next to him. I heard the voice right next to him. Right? This is crazy. This is where it gets crazy. I heard the voice right next to him, right? And the first thing I did was I blacked on it. And I knew I was talking to a spirit. Whatever this spirit was, they was a hating spirit. They was jealous. They were jealous of me. Because they was talking a whole bunch of smack. The first thing I did, as soon as I walked past him, and I got to that little open space where that spirit was manifested, where someone, like someone's spirit manifested right there, and I heard that voice talking smack about me, like, you know how you can hear, if you really tapped in, you can hear what people thinking? That's how it was. It was somebody's thoughts that I heard, but because their thoughts were so loud, it sounded like somebody was talking from their mouth. But I knew who the thoughts came from, but they weren't over there. She was thinking so loud that it ended up where I was at, and I heard it. So the first thing I did was I turned around where I heard the energy, and I said, yo, who you talking to? I said, you talking to me? Like, I straight up pressed it. And the dude that was sitting there, he looked at me like I was crazy. Like, who am I talking to? And I'm like, you didn't hear that? He's like, hear what? I'm like, yo, I'm not crazy, but I know what I heard. And I heard it. I heard it loud I heard it loud and clear. I heard somebody talking smack about me. And I know who's feeling some type of way. And I'm not going to say no names. But I already knew energetically who it was coming from. It was coming from my kitchen manager. You know what I'm saying? I always had that feeling anyway. She's very sarcastic with everything she says. She doesn't really like say it. She has to throw sarcasm in it. She has to be funny, you know, to get her point across. She can't just talk regular. Everything she come out her mouth is sarcasm, which is kind of annoying. Because it's like, why can't you just talk regular? Why everything has to be a sarcastic comment? So that's how I knew it was her talking smack. But it wasn't coming from her mouth directly. It was coming from her thoughts. And because her thoughts are so loud, it generated over to where I was at. And that little empty space, I knew that was her energy and her spirit. And it was right next to him, and he was looking at me like I was crazy, like, who you talking to? I'm like, you ain't just hear that? I said, you didn't just hear that? He was like, hear what? I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm not bugging. After he saw how serious I was, that's when he believed me. That's when his eyes opened. He was like, you know what? The way you moving and how you acting right now, this is real. Like, you really upset about this. Like, you really, like, he believed, after I explained to him all that, he finally believed me. Like, he finally believed that I wasn't crazy. Like, I knew I heard something. Because ain't no way in the world I'm just gonna start spazzing for no reason. Like, I was really blacking on her energy. I was really blacking on her spirit, because I'm like, who are you talking to? Like, I really said that. Like, I was really about to fight. I was really about to fight her spirit. Like, I was about to box it. Like, I really pressed her spirit. Like it was a real live person. Like, I'm really about that. I'm a spiritual gangster. Like, I'm really, like, I don't, who you talking to? Like, that's exactly how I said it, in that tone of voice. I said, who you talking to? I said, you talking to me? And then it got quiet. I'm like, I know you ain't talking about me. I know you ain't talking about me. Like, why you talking right now? Like, I really felt the type of way. Like, you don't understand, like, I really felt the type of way. Like, that's how I knew, like, I was ready to box. I was ready to box spirit, any negative energy. I was ready to fight it. Like, I'm in fight mode. Like, I'm at the point right now in my gifts that when people come to me in spirit and they be trying me, I'm ready to fight you. I'm gonna fight you. My spirit is ready to box anybody that's trying me right now. Like, I'm on that type of time. I'm not playing. And that's exactly how it was. And then right after I checked her spirit, right after I checked the energy, it calmed down and it went back to normal. I'm like, yo, don't be playing with me like that. Stop playing with me. I don't know why people be playing with me because I'm quiet, because I keep to myself. So you think I'm just some type of punk, like I'm some peon or something? Like, I will press you. Like, I will for real press you. I will box you in real life and in spirit. Like, stop playing with me. But yeah, that was the last dream that I had before, you know, I had started my day. But I had to make this video. It's been a minute since I made one. I've been, you know, all in my head about how I'm gonna make this video and how am I gonna do this and this and this and this and da 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 da. And I'm like, you know what, F it. Let me just use the videos and put them on YouTube like a personal public diary type of thing. My spiritual diary. That's what it is. This is my spiritual diary. I literally wrote it in my journal, but this is my spiritual journal on YouTube that you can also participate in, because you might help me figure some things out when I be talking. Some people might actually, resonate with some things that I'm saying, or it might really reach somebody it needs to reach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to connect with my spirit, my spirit family. And I know that my spirit team, my spirit family is out there. I know y'all out there, and I'm reaching out to y'all. So hit the like button, share, subscribe, and I just need my messages to. I just want my messages to just touch as many people as I can. That's it. Like, I'm not really trying to be famous off of this. I'm not trying to get like a certain amount of likes so I can get this plaque or whatever. Like, I don't really care about that. I just want to speak. I just want to connect with my spirit family, my true spirit family, and my true spirit team, and we could all just connect on some worldwide-ish, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, I'm not really trying to get, not trying to make no money off of it. I don't read cards. Like, I'm not a tarot reader, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my messages I get through dreams. So it's not even the cards. Like, all my messages, every single message that I get, every single download I get is every time I go to sleep. Literally. Every time I go to sleep. And I have clairvoyance too, so I can read messages in the sky. I be seeing words in the sky sometimes. It be hard to make out sometimes, but I do see words and hieroglyphics in the skies. I see hieroglyphics in waters, in the trees. Like, I see images everywhere. Even on marble tiles, I saw an alien head. So yes, I saw 2 aliens actually. So yeah, that's how strong my gifts are. So I'm just sharing my gifts, and I'm sharing who I am, and I feel like this is the official introduction into many videos in the future that I'm going to be making. So once again, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for taking the time out to hear my story, and trust and believe there will be more, because like I said, every time I go to sleep is something going down, and I'll let y'all know what's happening. Peace.